Invest in yourself before anything else. The best investment you can make is in your own abilities. Opportunities come to those who are prepared to seize them. Stay focused on the long-term game. Short-term gains are often fleeting. Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. Your habits will determine your success more than your talents. Never stop learning. The world is constantly changing. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Success is not about being right all the time, but learning from your mistakes. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. Don't follow the crowd. They are usually wrong. It's better to be approximately right than precisely wrong. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. Be frugal in your spending, but generous in your giving. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Risk is not knowing what you're doing. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. The most important quality for an investor is temperament, not intellect. Predicting rain doesn't count. Building arcs does. Investors should remember that excitement and expenses are their enemies. The key to investing is not assessing how much an industry is going to affect society or how much it will grow, but rather determining the competitive advantage of any given company and, above all, the durability of that advantage. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. I never attempt to make money on the stock market. I buy on the assumption that they could close the market the next day and not reopen it for 5 years. Our favorite holding period is forever. Rule number 1. Never lose money. Rule number 2. Never forget rule number 1. It is not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. The best thing I did was to choose the right heroes. We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy, and to be greedy only when others are fearful. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. We don't have to be smarter than the rest. We have to be more disciplined than the rest. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. The investor of today does not profit from yesterday's growth. The stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything but the value of nothing. Diversification is protection against ignorance. It makes little sense if you know what you're doing. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving.